I don't train very much because I would get too thin as well. You know, like in January, I get really skinny.
But that's another thing about working out. I mean, people feel a bit bad, I think, when you see those athletes work out, like do like those marathons and like crazy stuff that's not reachable to most of us.
That's right.
It makes you feel bad. So why reach for so much, you know, performance, sports performance, when you can just do like 1 hour a day?
That's like me. That's what we do. You know,
yeah.
We show people you don't need to take drugs. You don't need to do this. You can, you know, have a bit more fun. But I tell people if you're getting too skinny, cut out the cardio. That's what I do. I train in January. The rest of the year, I just do base maintenance. But January I go crazy. So
what's your ultimate goal? Do you have any?
My ultimate goal is just to get my book out there and get this like a worldwide audience of like, this is a dietary option that works. If you want to be slim and eat socially and have energy and save money or whatever, you can have your fruits, you can have your rice. So we give the power to the people and we give everybody an option. So if you're in India or Cambodia or whatever, you can do it.
Is that because the raw 80-10-10 doesn't work? Is that because so many drop out of it?
I mean, it's good, but it's not realistic all the time, you know. But your diet, majority, ideally, should be fruit. High carb, low fat vegan. Easy on the oil, easy on the salts, a bit of sport, go to bed early when you can. Have the balance. But too many people lose their lifetime because they're trying to be perfect. But it never works, you know.
But my issue personally is that I'm mainly raw.
Yeah.
A low fat, and sometimes I'd like to treat myself with the restaurant, and even if I keep it low fat, no salt, no spices, I feel it the following day.
Yeah, but if you get fitter,
I don't feel as good, so that's what makes me stick to the raw.
Then stay with that. But if I was sedentary, I'd just eat fruit. If I didn't do any sport, I'd just eat fruit because fruit digests the easiest. I agree. So you might say I want to treat myself. I treat myself every single meal. I'm like, eat every single meal. Same with Freely. We eat exactly what we want, with no regret.
I love the fruit as well.
Yeah. So we love feeling fit and feeling lean and eating a lot of food. So we have the balance there. Balance is important.
Does it affect your emotions when you eat a little bit of spices?
No.
Cooked?
No. If I eat too much fat, I feel a bit like, oh, what? But it doesn't make me feel depressed.
What about Freely? I'm interested.
Same with Freely.
I would love her to be here.
Yes. My questions and my answer is the same as Freely. We're like twins, basically. My answer is exactly the same as hers.
But I think a woman reacts differently.
I mean, yeah, obviously men and women are different, but in terms of emotional, she's hardcore, man. She's not like she used to be. She's a lot more like... Some people do something, their whole day is ruined. Like, someone smiles at them the long way in the morning, and they carry that all day. Like my grandma, she'll tell me stories from a few weeks ago. Or whatever, and it's like, I don't even talk to her anymore now. So some people emotionally, they're just victims. So I say, that's why we encourage the champion mindset. Some people eat like a bit of rice, they feel like committing suicide or whatever. So, yeah, the state of our mind is very important. But it's just a choice at the moment.
Anyway, just to finish, I've just learned to accept the consequences of whether if I eat cooked, I just know that I'm not going to feel great the following day, but I still want to enjoy what I'm eating.
Think about comes about.
That's
what you think about comes about. So, like this yesterday morning, I went up the mountain, my tyre's half flat, and my bag wasn't proper. It was like walking around like that, and the guys were going faster and faster and faster. So I didn't really have a warm up. I just had a liter of water. I was feeling a bit, I could feel my stomach, but I didn't focus on that. I totally ignored it, like a meditation, like a Zen meditation. I just totally ignored. My bag was wiggling around, my tyre's half flat, I just had a liter of water, so I'm feeling a bit heavy. I was totally illuminated that, and I've smashed them up the mountain. But I was on the edge, so if I was thinking negatively, then I would have been dropped. And I did my marathon a few weeks ago. I ran a 2:48 marathon on 15 k's a week training, which is pretty much unheard of. But that whole marathon, I was like schizophrenic with like grandiose positivity. And Freely was pacing me. I said, I want you to stay with me this whole race. I'm just going to go schizo. And I went schizo and I ran at peak. It's just a choice in the moment. What's the difference between a kid who can do a massive jump on his BMX and me? He believes he can do it. I believe I'm going to kill myself. I'm sure I could learn it, but mentally I just like, you know. But that's the extreme end. Just feeling good is just a choice in the moment.
Does cooked food affect your positivity?
No. But again, cooked food's not all cooked food, is it?
Yeah.
This is cooked food. This, you know, I couldn't tell if this was cooked or raw. But there's plenty of people that say, pretend they could. I can't tell, but it's cooked. It's pasteurised. It's cooked. It's dead food. But I feel fantastic on it. If you served me up and tried to make me guess, which is what I couldn't tell, but it's cooked. This is the same as eating a Big Mac, according to some people. My obese fruitarian friends think this is the same as a Big Mac. So when they don't get enough fresh fruit, they don't go to 7-Eleven for this. They go to the McDonald's and go, well, cook's cooked, man. No, hardly. I'm hardline. I'm like Mike Arnson. I'm a hardline. Cook's cooked. And that's why I keep failing. So cook's not cooked. High carb, vegan. You know, high water content is good as well. So if you're going to have your rice, maybe have it with some soup, so it's a bit more high water content. Because if you got dehydrated and you have some rice, you know, high water content is good as well. That's why I don't eat pizza when it's hot, because I want it a bit dry.
Gluten though? I mean, it's
Gluten.
going to affect you. Come on. Gluten.
It's what people eat with.
I'm just looking for something.
Look at him.
Well, I can eat gluten and perform still really well.
It's a poison, honestly. It's a poison.
If we tell ourselves, I mean, mercury is a poison, I agree. You can't drink a litre of mercury and go, it's fine. But people make things in their head bigger than they really are, in my opinion.
Physiologically though, I mean, how can we digest gluten?
Well, I digest it fine now. I agree that gluten is too high protein to be consumed as a staple. I agree. Definitely. It's just like we need water, but you can't drink 50 litres of water in a day. So gluten's fine, but when people try and base their whole diet on gluten, it's too much protein. I agree. But I wouldn't call it a poison. I'd call it a food which needs to be limited, or you don't have to eat it if you don't want it. You can have rice or fruit or corn. So, but I wouldn't, when people say it's a poison, I disagree, because a poison is something that's going to kill you. I don't know anyone who went to a restaurant and ate, you know. Generally the people with gluten sensitivity, like I used to have, just have poor health. Same with fructose intolerance. You know, people, I can't eat fruit, Harley. So yeah, because you're not healthy. Nature's trying to get rid of you. So you don't have to eat gluten, but pretty much, you know, like we said yesterday at the meet, if a tiger come through here now and we're in the jungle, who's going to get eaten? The person who can't run as fast as the tiger, probably a child or whatever. So in nature, it's survival of the fittest. You know? If my diet wasn't working for me, I'd be getting worse instead of getting better at 37, because I don't have a history of athletics as a kid. Yeah, I loved athletics, but I was always a sick kid. And I see people, I train people, and I see what happens when they try and do 100% raw food. They often get in their head and, you know, just make it bigger than it really is. Harley, I ate some rice last night, I can't perform. Like, it's in your head, you know. So, but if you feel better on fruit, eat your fruits. If you have a backup plan, don't beat yourself up about it.